Hello, welcome to Shoot, Reload, Repeat podcast. I am the lovely co-host, Charles Leatherwood, filling in today for our regular host who doesn't quite have his radio voice, Calvin, aka Practical as Buck. Are you there?
Hello, I am here, yes.
Yeah, your radio voice sucks tonight.
Yeah, it's not very good.
Mine's never good.
So, we are back finally after a month. No recording. February was kind of a rough month for both of us, health-wise. So,
The
you got
flu
sick.
tried to kill us, but it sucks.
Yeah, and I got strep last week. So, I think we're finally have a good bill of health and maybe we can crank out some podcasts.
Right on.
So, since it's been such a long time, why don't you go ahead and talk about what you've done?
Well, I know this is going to totally shock you. I did dry fire practice today.
Holy crap. What did you do?
I set up a bunch of targets in my office and I let her rip, man.
I'm going to have to see this after we get done recording.
Well, it's nothing special, but it worked very well for me.
Yeah.
I ran it for a good while. I'll do it again tomorrow.
Anything specific you worked on?
Just drawing and reloading.
Okay.
That's what I did.
That's,
Baby steps right now. I
that's,
understand you sent me this whole program, but I am.
hey, I'll take that. That's a good start.
It's a start.
It's a very good start.
Our local match had a concealed carry shoot this weekend. I didn't participate. I looked at it. I think they had about, I don't know, I think it was 20 shooters.
It looks cool. I saw a couple of videos of it on Instagram, and it looked cool. It was kind of like it kind of reminded me of like the length of an IDPA course with the rule set and targets and everything of a USPSA match, because it wasn't like 32 round field course. They were shorter courses to accommodate the smaller capacity guns.
Well, when
So
I
that
was
was that
talking
was
to
kind
the
of cool.
VP when he was setting it up, he said part of it was going to be a 24 round count. And then they were looking at, I think, a 10 for the 3.5 inch guns.
Okay, well that's not bad.
But I don't know. I need to talk to somebody that shot it because I'm confused. Because if you shot all the stages, you wouldn't engage all the targets unless you were just.
They might have had some that were like no penalty mics, or like some that like, because I know there are like UDPL or something like that is like that, where certain divisions don't shoot certain targets or something like that. Like you just skip them and they don't count against you. But of course, I guess if you have a bigger capacity gun, if you do shoot them, you get those points.
They did say the guys that were running the 3.5 inch carry guns, they weren't letting them draw. They had to lay them on a barrel.
That's weird.
Yeah, because like the one I run, I've got a paddle holster for it. You know,
Yeah, it's kind of. I
and
guess
and
it.
I get it. You don't want somebody just carrying it in your pants or something to shoot his business off or something when he's drawing it. But still kind of like to do the draw thing.
Yeah, that's cool. But at least they had some people go out and shoot it. That's good. When
And I
there's
like it. They're trying different things.
y'all have a match coming up again soon, right?
Yes, sir.
Before River City Shootout.
Yeah, I'm gonna use that one as a warm up.
Yeah, I'm gonna shoot Alpha Mike before River City. So awesome. Well, I shot a match, I guess, 2 weekends ago. I shot the River City match. No, I shot Alpha Mike. I couldn't shoot River City because I was sick. I actually did pretty good out of 30 something, 35 limited shooters. I placed eighth, which I was happy with, shooting limited minor. I did buy a Glock 22, a Gen 4 Glock 22. It's chambered in 40. So I want to start shooting major hopefully soon. My goal is to shoot major at the River City shootout. But I still got to get, reloading components like brass, bullets. I bought a tool head for my square deal for like $25 on Amazon. I'm waiting on getting some dies. Really, if I need mags, I could shoot it, um, but I don't have this stuff. So that's my goal is the next couple weeks to kind of get that stuff put together and see what I can do with it. So I'm excited about that. It fits my same Red Hill holster and all that stuff. So I'm happy with it.
Will your mags fit in the same one?
Yep. The mags are like it's kind of like I guess the mags are almost the exact same outside like diameters because I could put my I was just playing around with like my Glock 17 mags with my dummy rounds in them and they fit in the Glock 22. So I guess the inside dimensions are just a little bit smaller because they only hold 15. I guess they have to, bigger. They have to be a little bit bigger to fit that 40 bullet, but they're like the exact same. So gear wise, everything is going to stay the same for me except for my mags. I think I'm going to buy those clear ETS mags because I can get them online for like $13 a piece, and they start with 16 instead of 15. So when I put my Cane Arms magwells, or I'm sorry, not magwells, mag extensions, they'll I think I'll be able to get 20 or 21 rounds. So
in 40?
Yes, sir.
I'll be dang.
That's why you got to get you some Cane Arms mag extensions or anything from Cane Arms. They have all their stuff is 3D printed. It's high quality stuff. I've been using it. I really like it. So use code SRR10 to save yourself 10%.
Right on.
But yeah, my holster will fit too. I've already tried all that stuff out, and I'm pretty excited. So once I kind of get that stuff pieced together, then I'll be able to shoot 40.
Maybe I'll be able to bring you some brass.
Okay. I was going to say, please don't load me any ammo.
Oh, really? I believe somebody a couple of weeks ago said, Daddy, can you make me some 40?
You could make me some 40. That would be awesome.
I know, and I'm not going to be a butt. I'll load it properly.
Okay. If I give you the load data right, if I give you the load data, you'll load it how I want it with the powder?
Yes.
Okay, cool. You won't be like the Instagram picture I posted you in with all the powder.
Hey, man, I didn't have any stovepipes.
Yeah, that's true. Can't ever find the brass. I got to be able to pick up the brass at Marvin's. I can't be walking into the neighbor's field looking for the brass.
And those point blank targets were tough, man. They got to put them out right quick.
Yeah. So that's kind of what we've been doing, man. We're glad to be back because it's been really, really tough because you got sick, I was sick. And then we both had a pretty busy week, and then I got sick again. So thank you guys for being patient with us and, sticking with us in our tough times.
Did you get your jersey ordered?
I don't know if I want to talk about that yet because I'm waiting on a refund. Once I get my refund check, then I think I'll talk about it.
No, I wasn't talking about that part of it. I was talking about your
other one. Yes. So I did. I've had some problems with the old jersey company I'm using. I'm not going to name names until everything is set in stone. Excuse me. But I did order my jersey from Go Fast Don't Suck, Bill Duda's company. Super awesome, man. So I messaged him Thursday night, said, hey, I need to order a jersey. He said, okay, we'll put it in tonight. Like put in the request, the quote. I already told him I already have a mock-up, everything. So the next morning I put it in, I paid for it. And then Friday afternoon, he sent me an email. He said, hey, email me, send me a message request on Google Hangouts at this email. I did. He messaged me and we literally FaceTimed. He showed me my jersey and in real time, he corrected things, fixed things, and put things how I wanted them. And that made me really happy because if you've ever dealt with stuff like that, it's really hard. Like when you're like, hey, you tell the person, hey, I want the jersey or the name to look like this over email, and they do it and they don't do it exactly how you want it. It can kind of be frustrating. So it's pretty cool that Bill takes a little bit of his time out to actually make the jersey like that and give you like feedback. And you can tell him, no, I don't really like that. Or, hey, can you tweak that? And he's like all about it.
Or what the hell are you thinking?
Yeah. Because one of the things.
I'm sure they're good people. I'm just having fun.
Yeah, he was kind of like, "Well, are you sure you want to do like this logo like that?" I was like, "Yeah, it's fine." Um, I asked him. He was like, "Any questions I asked, even if they were dumb questions, he answered." And so
So
it
you
was,
already primed him for when I call him.
yeah, that's gonna be interesting. Maybe I want to be part of it so I can hear everything. That would be pretty cool. But um, so far, the customer service has been really great, and I've only dealt with them like twice. So hopefully, my jersey will be ready before the River City Shootout. It got 2 weeks, 3 weeks for it to come in, so I think it'll be here by then.
Where are they located at?
I have no idea. I
Well,
will
crap.
look at that right now.
Here you are talking this company up that I'm sure is a fine, fine company, and you
You
don't
don't
know all the
you don't have
particulars.
you don't have to know where they're located because they're just located on the internet. And the internet's in
Hey,
the same place for everybody.
you know how I roll. I don't just go by the Google box.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Come on, man.
I think he's like on the East Coast. I don't know though. Don't
Oh,
don't,
oh,
don't quote me.
I'm not. I'm judging though.
Yeah, I wouldn't judge.
Nah, I'm sure they're fine. We just got to get mine going.
Yes, we can do that. We will do that after the show. All right. So I guess we have a few questions. I put out for questions. What day was that? Last week when I was sick. We got a couple questions. Let me pull them
And I'm
up.
a little disappointed in our listeners not asking more questions.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, it's kind of disappointing. We only have like 120 likes on Facebook. Hopefully we get
Those
more.
are rookie numbers. We got to get those numbers up.
But people have been. I don't know about you, but people have been following me on Instagram. I almost have a
Have?
thousand. Yeah, I have been. Almost have 1,000 followers on Instagram. So, all right. So this first question is from Instagram, from Flintstone22. He asked, "How do you like shooting the 40 compared to the 9 millimeter?" So I'm guessing he's referencing my switch to the Glock 22. Um, I like the shooting the 40. I've only shot 50 rounds through the Glock 22, and I wasn't like shooting like a match. I wasn't shooting drills. I was just shooting at a target. Just playing around, just playing with the gun and seeing how it felt. Um, of course, the gun's going to have a little bit more recoil with the 40, especially because I was shooting Winchester white box, so it's a little snappier, hotter ammo because it's that factory ammo. I think once I get my ammo tuned in and I get my gun tuned with my tungsten guide rod and spring weights and all that, I think I'll like it a lot. Um, it's kind of different. Like it feels like a shooting. Sometimes shooting 9 millimeter is fun, but shooting like a 40 or 45 kind of makes you feel more
Like a man.
like a man. You're like, man, this is like an actual gun, you know. Um, and I think it's what's going to be cool about it is when I'm shooting 40. Me and my buddy Adam are joking that I'm not even gonna put sights on my gun. I'm just gonna shoot Charlie's and just go with it. So it's gonna be a lot of fun. What do you think? You shoot a little bit of 40, 45 sometimes. Do you think there's a
I
difference?
I like it. I prefer a 45 than a 40. Uh, you know,
Boomer alert.
sir.
I said boomer alert.
Hey, man, it won 2 world wars. We just got to get the magazines up more, where they hold more, buddy. But you
Yeah.
know, 40's good. I don't have a problem with it. I just I'm just either stuck on a 9, and like I said, I don't have the mags right now to run single stack.
Yeah. What I'm worried about really is I think when I start dry firing with it is making sure I get a good grip because if you get a crappy grip on 9 millimeter, you can kind of like ride with it. But shooting 40, shooting major, it's gonna make a lot or a bigger difference. So that's gonna be one of my bigger focuses is shooting that, making sure get a good consistent grip, especially with that support hand. Um, but I don't know. I'm excited about it. What I am worried about with the reloading wise is I'm guessing like 40 brasses can be kind of hard to come by. Um, so Chris Maripodi, my buddy Chris, has been helping me pick up brass at our last match we went to. That dude, every time he'd walk up to me, he'd have a handful of brass and he would just give it to me. He's a good dude. So appreciate it, Chris. But yeah, I think finding 40 brass, and of course the bullets are a little more expensive than 9mm. Like for a case of bullets costs, it's like $200 something. The price is about the same, but you get less bullets. So other than that, though, it's gonna be cool. It's gonna be fun shooting another caliber and reloading something different. So.
Well, I got to run some more 9s before I can make you some 40s, so don't hold your breath before we go down there.
Okay, well, if you can't get them made, it's okay. If I don't shoot 9 in the match, I'll be okay. I mean, if I don't shoot 40 in the match, even if I get all my mags and stuff set up, I might thought about just going and buying some like factory ammo. We'll see. But yeah, it's gonna be fun. I'm excited shooting another round and learning how to reload a different round. So, all right. We have another question. So this is from James Tate. It says, "Is it just me, or is it annoying to see a sub 0.6
To your
second?"
microphone.
I'm sorry. I'm looking over my thing. So is it me, or is it annoying to see a sub 0.6 second draw and dry fire from concealment from every day on IG, followed by a 2.5 second tactical reload? LOL. And then his real topic: be consistent and honest and dry fire. Push the clock, but make it count. So what he's kind of talking about is like there's like these tactical dudes on Instagram who do like a super speedy, fast draw on the gram, but then when they reload, they do like a 2.5 second reload. I think a lot of that is just hype for the gram and trying to get people to get likes and get views. Let's answer his other question though. So being consistent and honest in dry fire, or he's asking, should I be consistent and honest in dry fire or push the clock? So for you, why don't you take a crack at that since you did your first day of dry fire? So what did you work on, pushing the clock or being consistent and honest with yourself?
I was being consistent and honest. I didn't worry about the clock.
So I think with dry fire, you do both. Like you do dry fire to work on being consistent and being honest with your sight picture. But then there's the opposite side of that, of where in dry fire, you can really push the speed and you can see what is humanly possible for you to see and what is human possible for you to do. Because I could draw and do I could do like an L pres in 3 seconds or 2.5 seconds and dry fire, but I might not ever even see the sights or anything. So I think it's good sometimes to push that speed so that way you know what it feels like and then confirm in live fire. But there's it's a very fine line because if you push that speed too much, you're going to start seeing your mistakes. And that's where your consistency and being honest with yourself. So when you do those fast drills, you can't say, oh, dang, man, I crushed that. I did that in 2.3 seconds. That's super fast. But you got to be honest with yourself and say, well, did I see my sights? Where did I get my hits? What did I have an acceptable sight picture? So there's a balance, I think. It shouldn't be a black or white. It's like a gray, depending on what you need to work on. Like me, I needed to work on being consistent, but also being faster. So that's what I work on. I set part times, but within those part times, if I don't see what I need to see, or if I'm not seeing what I need to see over time throughout the drill, then I know that part time is too fast. And I think what happens too when people with dry fire is they'll hit a part time, like they'll set like let's just say a 2 second part time, right? They'll set that part time, they'll do it, and they'll do it 10 times, but they'll hit it one time, and they're like, oh my God, this is my new standard. So that's another way you have to be honest with yourself. 9 out of 10 times, you're doing it 2.2 seconds with good fundamentals, good sight picture, or acceptable sight picture, but you only did it once. So you just got to be honest with yourself. What do you think about that?
I agree with what you're saying, but like I said, I'm not even fooling with the timer right now. I'm just working on consistency and mechanics.
Yeah. Sometimes I'll take a break from the timer because I'll notice myself doing stuff and being sloppy. So I'll just put the timer away and I'll do the exact same drills. That's what I did last couple weeks. And I just put the timer away and just run the exact same drills with no part time. And I say, okay, on these 5 reps, I want to have this sight picture with this grip, and that's what I do because in the match, um, it's really easy in a match to go super, super, super fast, but then not hit anything. So,
Right.
um, that's a good question, man. Yeah, because everyone right now is posting dry fire videos themselves dry firing all the time. The guy Hammer and Sear on Instagram, that dude, he dry fires so much. I think almost every single day he's posting pictures, videos of him. And I don't think it's a bad thing to do that. If that's how you can stay accountable by putting it out there and knowing, hey, other people are going to see this, then that's fine. So, and as it goes for those tactical dudes on Instagram, I don't even really. There's a lot of dudes I unfollowed because of that. Full, you know, I was one of those dudes on Instagram for a while. That's who I was. If you remember, if you followed me for a while, my name used to be Tactical as Buck. Then I changed it to Practical as Buck. Kind of got out of that, and my wife calls it a phase. It kind of was a phase. So some of those dudes are just doing things just to do things. So,
Right
uh,
on.
so is there anything? We don't have any more questions. I'm a little sad. None of
Well,
our.
answer Lindsay Webb's.
Okay, so Lindsay Webb, he asked if Charles. He said, Charles, do you like the Red Dot site? You never tried the Red Dot site,
I have
correct?
not.
And I don't have one for you because I sold the one I had. Um,
Well, the batteries don't go out on the iron sight.
yeah, I know. So the dot is a fun thing to play with. If you're like super committed and you want to do it, I would buy two or three of the dots, and I would probably buy a better dot. I was shooting a Vortex. Vortexes aren't bad. I'm not throwing them under the bus, but there's always other companies that have a little higher quality. But Vortex, their warranty is great. Literally, I broke the dot. I sent it off. They sent me a brand new one. So I was pretty much without my dot for a week, which would suck if I didn't have, if I was shooting that consistently and I was like trying to, get better. But
I have an acquaintance. His dad's getting up there in years, and he's going to that just to help him see better.
yeah, a lot of people are doing that. They are like especially a little bit older people who have having a hard time seeing the front sight. They're switching to the dot just because it's easier to see. It's only one point of focus. You can shoot with both eyes open. So it was fun. I enjoyed my year in carry optics, but I'm very happy to be back in limited. I don't know. I just kind of like the limited guns. I like the magwell and all that crazy stuff you can do to it. So the capacity is the same, which I like. I like higher capacity um, mags or divisions. So, but yeah, the dot's fun to fool around in if you can, if you want to shoot like another division or just play with it. So, I don't have any more questions. There's nothing much. Is there anything that you want to discuss? Hopefully, a little bit shorter of an episode this week.
Yeah, it's kind of a strange deal.
Um, we, Go ahead.
Since
Sorry.
we've been sick. Yeah.
Yeah, we kind of been out. So we are going to be in River City Shootout is March 21st, March 22nd. We are shooting all day Saturday on March 21st. So if you would like to come have us sign our autographs for you, or take a photo, whatever, or just come by and just say hello throughout the match. We are on what squad are we on? Squad 2, right?
I think so.
I think we're on squad 2. We'll probably get there early. We'll probably get there around 7:45, 8. Go walk stages and just kind of chill. We have a really great squad, man. Let me pull it up. I have it right here. We have a lot of people, a lot of good people shooting with us, and it's gonna be a whole lot of fun. We kind of that's kind of how my last match was at Alpha Mike. So we have my good buddy Joseph Kennedy, who has been on this podcast, Alter Performance. He's coming up from Austin. My good buddy Adam Dews, who talks a lot of smack to me. You will be there. Christopher Maripodi, I think he will be there. Dan Beal will be there. He's shooting PCC. Dan Beal is very excited to meet you. He's going to talk a lot of smack to you.
About what?
Just because he's going to be shooting PCC. He wants to,
Oh,
rile you up a little bit. We are on squad 3, and I think we only have 2 spots left. So if you want to squad with us, go squad with us. It's going to be a fun match. It's kind of like their plaque match. It's almost kind of like a level 1.5 match. It's 7. We have 7 stages we're shooting in one day, so it's almost like a level 2, but not as big. But it's going to be fun. So
hey, I got an email from our, that big new indoor range we got, Lone Star Shooting Sports.
yes,
I thought this was interesting. They're having a class called Introduction to an Active Church Shooter.
hmm,
It says, due to the unfortunate circumstances, we've been asked to develop a program to help local church security teams hone their security skills.
wow,
John Gonzalez, retired Texas DPS firearms instructor, has been developing a 5-step program to bring church security teams up to speed in this area. Session 1, Scared or Prepared, will take place Tuesday evening, March 31st from 6 to 8. Tickets are $25.
that's cool.
I may check into that.
Yeah, that might be kind of cool.
Our church does not have a security team, but there are sheepdogs in the congregation.
Well, that's cool. I feel like there's like a lot of that going on with people trying to. My little church out here in the country, um, I don't really. Nobody's ever really talked about it, but I'm not super involved like in the church. So
Well, without going into a whole lot of details, our religion is the church. Let me rephrase that. The churches we belong to are, let's say, they got a little bit of liberal views towards that. I mean, not as far as posting that you cannot carry, but I haven't talked to anybody in any of the churches in our faith that do have a security team. Now, I've
yeah,
talked to several guys that I deal with in my work. All their churches, they do. They make sure everybody's strategically placed in the church and all that. Which,
yeah,
I don't know even how you would start that conversation.
yeah. You would have to have like the whole bunch of people on your side.
Yeah, and I think it's just better just to conceal carry and go on.
Yeah.
You know.
So, but hopefully we won't ever have to worry about that. So,
I pray we don't.
okie dokie. So, I guess we'll finish this thing out. So, let me go ahead and thank some of the people that support us. So first off, we have Red Hill Tactical, who they make all types of firearms holsters for competition carry. I think I'm actually gonna buy one of their carry holsters. They make this one with like this suede fabric on it, and it's like I think it's gonna be super comfortable. I might order one. You can use code BUCK10 to save yourself some moolah at checkout. We also have Kane Arms, which I mentioned at the beginning of the podcast. They are a 3D printed firearms accessory company. They make more than just base pads for Glocks, but that's pretty much that's like one of the main products that I use. I love their stuff. This guy that owns it, super nice. Just send them an email if you have a question for custom stuff, and they'll take care of you. Use code SRR10, save yourself 10%. And then finally, of course, the best cleaning products for your firearms, Extant Labs. They came out with a pretty cool lubricant for like kind of like the Boogaloo memes. If you've seen those on Instagram, called Boogaloo. There's a picture on my Instagram. Go check it out. I like Extant Labs because their stuff doesn't have a odor. It wipes clean very easily. The brake contact wipes clean, and the Alpha, the Echo 2 Alpha works great on my Glock. So go ahead and go over their website, buy some of their stuff. You can also use the code BUCK10 to save yourself 10%. All right. That's all we really got for you. Make sure you go to our Facebook page and like our Facebook page. Just search Shoot, Reload, Repeat podcast. If you like the Practical as Buck Facebook page, I'm probably gonna delete that after the River City shootout. So please make sure you go like our Facebook page. You can follow me on Instagram at Practical as Buck. You can follow Charles at C31 Leatherwood. And go follow us on Instagrams and connect with us. So, is there anything else you would like to add, sir?
Everybody have a great week.
Yeah, have a good weekend. Hopefully, we'll get another podcast out soon. I have a couple people I want to have on the podcast. Some guests, not co-hosts, some guests, and some other people. So, thank you guys for listening. You want to end it since you started it?
No, sir. You take it away.
All right, guys. Well, thank you guys for listening, and shoot fast and don't suck.